a frustrating afternoon, Alan. A number of changes had to be made to the side today. Did it disrupt the flow a little bit?
I'd like to turn around and say no, but looking at it, it probably has done.
Clayton Perntrew made his starting debut in goals. He was on last week, but his first starting appearance didn't really have much to do.
No, to be honest, it was probably an ideal situation for him to come in, really, in a way that he hasn't had an awful lot to do. So he's had a decent introduction. I think he's come for one cross, which he did well for, and apart from that, he's been a spectator really for 90 minutes.
Is it frustrating from your point of view that having had to make that number of changes, the guys that have come in, you're looking for them to give you a headache? Did any of them?
Well, I think when you're not in the team, you're always looking for an opportunity. Then I think when that opportunity comes, you have to be able to make me sit up and take attention. So I'm not going to turn around. It's by no means their fault why we haven't got the result today. But we need to do more as individuals and as a team. I thought for the amount of possession we've had, I thought the lads at the back have had a relatively, comfortable game. But I think from a midfield going forward, we just haven't done enough. And especially when we've had that much possession, I thought at times we looked a little bit like we were waiting for something to happen rather than making something happen. I didn't see, or I would have liked to have seen a few more players look to be the one to do something, whereas I thought we just waited and we were hoping that something was going to happen rather than, forcing the issue.
Frustrating as well, we seem to get crosses into the box, but they either seem to be short or long, just not falling in the right place.
Yeah, we'd worked on getting in the box. We knew that Queen of the South defended along the 6-yard line, and they got a lot of players along there. So we worked on cutbacks, and when it was on to cutback, we had one or two opportunities where Hef's is a great opportunity, and Hef scores them 8 times out of 10, and but it was going to be one of them games where maybe it was just a matter of taking that one chance.
Is that again, Paul, as you've said, we know you can finish chances like that, just the sharpness? He's not been starting games, the sharpness maybe just not there. Yeah,
there's an element to that, but even then Hef would turn around and say, I should have scored. So listen, it's not his fault why we haven't won the game. There's a number of reasons why we haven't won it, but we can't have that much of the play and not be more creative in the final third. I thought there was one or two that could have done a lot more. I thought Scotty Allen was head and shoulders above anyone on the pitch. He's but he can't fetch and carry. It's important. We all have to muck in, and we all have to give a little bit more than what we today. But listen, they've done really well recently, and we haven't lost the game, but it's a game that we should have won.
I know you mentioned in the past as well about decision making, where a couple of opportunities, shots from distance that had bounced back off the goalkeeper, but just nobody taking that gamble to be on the rebound. Yeah,
it's another thing that we'd spoken about, and that makes it even more frustrating. Is that we knew that the keeper would parry things, and we just needed to take chances. When someone's having a shot, you shouldn't have to tell someone to follow things in, and that's the disappointing thing. And I thought just at times today, with the youthness of the team, we just looked a little bit naive.
And sometimes you're going to get days like that. We're not going to be brilliant every week.
No, when I would have said, I felt like we were going to score a goal, but early on in the season, I felt like I would have felt in that game that we might have lost the game 1-0. So that's so from that point of view, we're coming on, but I'm still disappointed because we've dropped 2 points today. But we'll keep going. We'll keep working our proverbial in training, and we'll keep striving to get it right. That's the most important thing. You know, I think we're making good steps, but sometimes when you're making good steps, you can always have sometimes a little hiccup. You know, and today may have been that.